One day, we awoke to a new world of doing business, a world of growth, acquisitions, mergers. Bigger is better. More locations, more offices, more people, more processes, just more. But out of the chaos, a new philosophy was born, a beacon of calm and structure, which came to be known as Six Sigma. In world of imperfection, Six Sigma moves towards perfection. Six Sigma is a business philosophy, and Six Sigma requires the selection of many travelers. A traveler who drag feet only raises dust. Journey of Six Sigma start in far-off country with training in ancient art of perfecting process. Six Sigma ultimate achievement. But to get there requires much understanding of methodology. We feel what we feel, the flimsiest of evidence, but Six Sigma teaches to free ourselves of emotion. Not believe what we feel, but what data tells us. Today, we learn about Six Sigma. Take this sorry-looking bunch. Today, we take the 5 steps towards improving process to satisfy customer. Many days spent, much wealth spent to learn the art of Sigma to gain wisdom of Master Black Belt. That's me, all right?
Everybody was kung fu fighting. Those kids were fast as lightning. In fact, it was a little bit frightening, but they fought with expert time.
Many hours to practice the skills, but first must train mind and body.
They were chopping them down. It's an ancient Chinese art, and everybody knew their part. From a fainting to a slip and a kick.
Now, my travelers, we must take our journey of discovery. We call our journey DMIT. Damn it! DMAIC. Demake it. This means define, measure, analyze, improve, and control. You must find the meaning of define. Problem. Often we not know what problem is. Here, not defining problem. Because if hammer is only tool students see, every problem is a nail. We must discover the cause of the problem and how sad it makes the customer before we begin to solve the problem. Discover needs of customer. Listen. Then listen to voice of process. There must be harmony. Six Sigma make use of many tools to define and understand. Cyborg, CT3. But what is cyborg? Just as hawk sees rabbit from treetop, so cyborg helps black belt see all, supply, input, process, outputs, and listen to the customer. Now, we must measure how bad problem is. We need output measurements. Not measure correctly because not have right instrument. Sometimes we look but do not want to see. Need data to measure. No data, no project. How can a man know how far he has traveled when he does not know his own feet? Now must analyze data, must see what is really going on. Much teaching of Minitab sees through everything. Black belts call Minitab best friend. Many fortunes hide in the numbers, but Minitab teachings help us understand the data. Truth is sometimes as hard to find as water buried in drought. Next step, improve situation. We must find the best solution to remove root cause on unacceptable performance. FMEA produce flowcharts. Input of x's affecting the y's. Y is the function of x. Y is the output. See how changing the x's can improve your y. Not yin-yang. Finally, must control new process to make sure results sustainable. Process flow all very well, but not if you cannot control the flow. Must remember, nothing ends, but it becomes something else. Mistake proving must be done to avoid errors, known to black belts as pokiyoki. Very important to make sure that actions back up new fully documented process. Temporary fixes, not dealing with process. Like phrase, mind over matter. In Six Sigma, we say the process owner must mind the outputs that matter. So, when we train in Six Sigma, we become black belts and find the 5 joys of Six Sigma. Define, measure, analyze, improve, control. Go back to real world now and implement Six Sigma and remember, small things make perfection, but perfection is no small thing.